Hello, this is Lena Strombo from SodaTutorials.com. Today I'm going to talk a little bit, specifically I'm going to talk about where to find a general good place to find recipes, crafting recipes and whatnot. But while doing that, I'm going to do a little bit of a spiel through Owl's Head. Owl's Head, the hidden vale of this island, is probably one of the first areas in the game that was designed. Before everything else outside of this area was there, the Owl's Head was the primary town. It also is probably right now one of the best places for vendors. It's got the most prime spot. People know this place. They walk down it. So if you can get it's really hard. And if not, it's expensive to get a spot here. But if you can, it's definitely a great place if you're a merchant wanting to sell things. Not saying things don't sell in other areas, but this is one that just people go to. So I'm going to kind of run through it, do the basic rundown through Owl's Head. I'm going to get you in a spot where you can buy recipes. I like this spot for one reason. If I have no idea where to buy recipes, I have a 70% chance of I have about a 70% chance to find it. So when you come into Owl's Head, there's the main road. This is the main road going north. These houses are the prime spots. I mean, these are like the first houses, the vendors you see. People here are selling, are spelling some mad stuff because there's always a lot of traffic going through here. Our guildmates, from Lunar Dragons, have a spot here, and this is, a great spot to be. So they sell a lot of weapons and stuff. But this goes into the main town, which is through those gates up here. So yeah, so you'll see people in here, a lot of traffic going through here. Also, the public vendor that sells things in town is probably one of the busier ones out there. Always a lot of stuff on there. There's a good and a bad. One, there's a lot of stuff, so that's good. The bad part is, because it's such a central hub, I think the prices in Owl's Head are generally inflated. Has a gathering of 4 sheep. Great place to kill them, get their hides if you're into cooking. Sorry, sheep. Yeah, as soon as you come here, you'll dead end of this little place. What's it called? The College of Arms. There is a banker in here, just so you know. I'm only be looking at lower Owl's Head. There's an upper area. I typically don't go up there very often. That's Barry the banker, so just in case. But if you come past the banker, there's a building here with the red awnings in front. This is the general crafting supplies area. The reason why I like this is in here you've got Edna, you've got Harold, and Norman. So these are apprentice crafters, and you got a regular full-on crafter, and all they sell are recipes, all different types of recipes. So I literally came in here and I mouse over everyone. If you look in there, it'll say whether they've already have this, and I make sure I've got every recipe. And if you look at this, all of these I own. So whenever there's a new release, there's always some new recipes that get introduced. I literally come to these vendors, I scroll through this, and I figure out which ones I don't have. And I'd be surprised right now if there's any that I don't have. I've got all these from release 39. Is 39, 38, whatever it is. I think it's 39. So I literally make sure I have every recipe from here, and here. You can find it. About 70-75% of what you need to find is here. So this is a great place in Owl's Head. Right behind this is this is the road you come down. You go past this building which has the banker, and in this one you've got the general crafting supplies. There are 3 recipe vendors in here. All of them have different recipes and different levels, different types. This guy's got a lot of cooking, a lot of the stuff that's on the alchemy table and whatnot. So great place for recipes. The reason I'm bringing this is someone was just asked me looking for a recipe for a bear or wolf hat. I'm like, let me go check here, and yeah, they're here, so I bought them and brought them over to them. Those 4 sheep that you had earlier, you can kill them. You can come over here, kill the chickens that are here, and the cow, collect them. And then just around the corner are 4 more sheep. Just right there. You literally can go from the first set of sheep to the cow and the chickens to the sheep, and keep going back and forth, and they respawn. So you can build up get a lot of carcasses if you're working on cooking and your butchery stuff. So you can collect a lot of lamb stuff. You're making mutton. Chicken's great for, you get eggs, you get feathers I use them for arrows. And you get chicken meat for recipes, and then the cow, the bovine ones, for recipes as well. And you get like fat and stuff on there for your cooking supplies. So when I'm in a cooking mood, I'll come spend about a half hour, 40 minutes to just go from them to the other sheep over there. Just go back and forth and collect that. So it's another reason why I like Owl's Head. Also, this is the public crafting area just around, and this is Ronald, the public vendor. I know I've shown him in other videos. There is just a ton of items on here. I think you can have up to 10 items for sale if you're using them. I typically don't list because I have other places, but there are just tons of stuff. Some prices are good, some prices are not so good. I usually pop in here looking for things like +1 items. +1 epic leather boots. That's a great price, 150. I'll buy that +1 for really cheap, and then I'll use that to practice masterworking and chanting on. Instead of going and using my resources to try and get an exceptional one like this, I would just take that one and go. If I look at this necklace of sorcery +1, it is +1, but is it actually a exceptional item? It's +1 because someone put a stone on it or enhanced it once, I think, so that's not really that good. That's +10. That was it. Sometimes there's I only found one item on here, but when I find something like that for a good price, 150, that's great. I'll use that. I'll go throw it in a box that I have and work on masterworking. The other thing I look for is metal scraps. It's one of my spots that I go to because I use a lot of metal scraps. I sell metal scraps for $6,400. So if I look at this price and this price, that's a great price. I'm going to buy it for $5,500. I'm going to sell it for $6,400 on my other vendor. And I'll make a 900 coin profit. So there goes that. It's just sometimes people put on there for really, really low prices. I just take advantage of it and sell it at what I guess the regular price is. So that's the area to go back out. Just so you know, this is heading west to the west side of Owl's Head, and we'll come through the archway here. If you've seen any of our videos or heard her on any of the chats, you'll see her on Discord as well. This is actually, her name, I always get her last name wrong. Make sure I've got this right. Lace de la Morte. So a lot of crafting, a lot of dyes and stuff and decorations, and I think we've got armors and outfits. So this is her house. She's got the first one out here. She's got videos of why she chose this spot, but definitely a long-time player. Good thing to come by and frequent her. I was lucky enough at some point here a little while back that if you go down this road, this village home straight ahead is actually my lot, my other house that I have in here. And we've got a couple of vendors out there. I usually put things out there for a pretty fair price. On the metal scraps, I do it at normal price, but I put a lot of other odds and ends, and different people in our guild put stuff out there. So we have our commodities, our resources. So we are. Someone should have put that on elsewhere. 4,500 is a pretty decent price. We're low on ores; they've been bought out, but there are sells. So if you have stuff to sell, we are buying them. We buy them at pretty fair prices. Like the 5,500 for gold, it probably sells it for about 5,200 or 5,250. So small amount of uptick on the sale, but you can make good money selling to us here. And then we have some other at our Jita store. If you play Eve Online, you'll know what that is. A lot of other odds and ends we add in here. So we got things like frozen fountains. These are different people putting, so you'll find different prices on it. If I look at mine, I have, some dragon bone thrones and some small houses, some other things. Some are good prices, I think. Some probably have been here for a little bit. They sell here or there. But yeah, stop on by. So we actually have a stop here in Owl's Head. This is from the west entrance, which is over here. We're the 5th house in. I think it's pretty unique. It's the only little villagey looking one here with the green awning out in front and these two vendors. So that was it. I just want to show you mainly about recipes, but just take the time to explore Owl's Head just a little bit for you there. If you got questions, leave comments on the video. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribing, good. Once again, it's Elena Strombo from SodaTutorials.com. Take care. Have a good one.